on now, shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on, come on, baby, now. And you see how I'm able to like get it mine really high? Yeah. Listen, never mind.
Oh, Gen Z saying. What am I, Gen X? Am I Gen X?
Boomer.
I'm not a boomer.
You're ready?
I'm ready.
I'm so tempted to talk to you with the British accent
Go on,
every
then.
time. Yeah, go on then. Welcome to Mixing It Up, lads and lasses.
No. Welcome to Mixing It Up.
No cap. No lies. Isn't it?
See, I'm just going to
This
give
is like
random answers.
2019, my friend.
I've got no
2019. People be like, you looking good, no cap. Right? Cheers.
Cheers.
You gonna eat this flower?
No.
It's good.
Welcome to the show where good drinks meet even better conversations.
We're mixing up more than just drinks
From sharing life's joys and journeys,
to stirring up some real talk
we're diving into the heart of the matter.
and always having fun along the way.
Welcome to Mixing It Up.
Welcome to Mixing It Up.
Hi, Lily.
Hi, Julie.
Nice to see you.
How are you? Why are we shaking hands?
This is what they do. Formal.
It's like a head of state visit. Are you a head of state since we last met?
No.
No. But you're still fabulous and you're pink.
Thank you.
Love it.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
I love what's happening.
Thank you. Well, you know, October is you wear pink to be in solidarity with those who have passed through really difficult trials around breast cancer. So this is our little contribution to say we remember, we celebrate, we stand with other women.
Absolutely.
And men too, actually. Men also suffer from
Yep.
breast cancer. But today we're also making a pink cocktail. So that's also why we're dressed in pink, to bring the flavor on set to our bodies, to our cups. I've heard through the grapevine that you're a fan of hibiscus.
I love hibiscus. I buy tons and tons of it. literally. In fact, the first time I bought it, I was in South Sudan.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I was there working, and I went to the market. I was not really supposed to have done that because it's supposed to be kept within a contained area. But I went to the market, found the hibiscus, came back with maybe 2-3 kilos. Then
2-3 kilos. That's a
hibiscus.
Hibiscus weighs nothing.
Yeah, so you can imagine my suitcases were just full.
Yeah.
And now there's a place I buy it in Malindi.
Same, by the kilo.
By the kilo. I always buy at least 2-3 kilos.
Well, I love hibiscus as well. And actually, our producer, Rahma, is my plug. I just be like, Rahma, I guess I could go to Malindi or the store. But I like it when I call her instead. But hibiscus is, one of my favorite flavors. So we're going to be using some beautiful hibiscus. This is just hibiscus tea. Even though I will say I would have liked this color to be a bit darker. I think I would have steeped it longer, wouldn't you? Yeah, a bit more longer. But anyway, we took a few shortcuts today. We've been using hibiscus.
Yeah. Can I ask a question?
Of course, always.
How come you've got the full flour and here you have it broken down?
Some broken down so people can't see this. So I'm going to show you. This is going to be our garnish.
Okay.
So that will come at the end. We're going to use some cranberry today. You know, you like to smell. You're a sniffer.
I'm a sniffer.
You're a sniffer. What do they call people in the police? Dodger? Something like that. There's some British, the captain. Yeah, there's some word. I'm going to think of it.
Governor?
Governor. Yeah, governor. You want to sniff it, governor?
Oh, Lord.
Sniffy. And then I have to make fun of you. So you're so charming. You're the charming person now. And this is, let's see if you can sniff it and tell what that is, because the color is not necessarily giving it away, maybe.
Honey.
Well done. So this is a honey syrup.
Honey syrup, yeah.
Instead of just pure honey, which sometimes doesn't dissolve. Today we're using this honey syrup, which is 2 parts honey to 1 part water.
Okay.
Boiled, cooled, and then a little bit easier. You can see, right? It's just much easier, going to be much easier to mix in. And we're going to combine all of these with our beautiful one and only favorite.
That's my favorite.
Johnnie Walker Gold.
Yeah.
Same. It's both of our favorites, an expensive habit to have, but you know, here we are.
Tasty though.
This is who we are. And we're going to make a cocktail, and we're going to add, of course, some citrus, all other things, some of our favorites.
Yes.
And make it nice, refreshing. It's getting hot now in October. So we're going to do a nice, refreshing cocktail.
And what's the name of the cocktail?
So it's called the Smooth and Spicy Brown Derby. I don't know why it's called that, because it's very pink. So I think we should think of our own name for this. And I have to say, the original ingredients called for grapefruit juice and pink peppercorns. But both of those are a bit expensive and always not available. So I thought, let's use what we have locally. Hibiscus will step in.
Yes.
And instead of peppercorns, we're going to use some of this hibiscus leaves later on. And also, these are from my garden.
Beautiful.
I think they're called Ostromarium, something like that.
No idea.
But they're edible flowers. Flowers. They are flowers. They're edible. They'll be a lovely garnish.
Yes.
So why don't you get our shaker, Julie? Actually, we're going to start straight up with our shaker and get busy on this one. This is not going to take very long at all, which is really nice. And much like our other ones, you can also make this with or without the whiskey.
Yes.
So like today, I'm too hot. I don't want to drink. All of these things combine beautifully for something really refreshing. And instead of the whiskey, I would top it with some sparkling water.
Yes, you love your sparkling water.
I do. That's my thing. You love your hibiscus. I love my sparkling. Together, they can go together. I think also. All right. So go ahead and add a couple of cubes of ice in there, just because we're going to make it cool. And because it is getting hot, we're also going to cool our glasses later. So we'll show you what that is.
Yes.
You're always so loud with the ice. Like, is it a rock? Is it an ice? What is happening?
It's hard to grab these things, you know?
Do you think it's hard, everyone? Okay.
Lime.
Oh, I got a new knife.
God, it's
so
scary.
sharp.
Oh my
goodness. Okay, so go ahead and squeeze some lime in there. Oh, sorry, you closed it so soon. Sorry. I'm going to just move this out of your way. Squeeze that in there. Have you been making any of these cocktails at home that we've been making here on set?
I made the one that we made last week.
Oh, you did?
Yes,
oh, fantastic. You liked that one though. Those are your spices. Can I give you one little hack? When you've got the lime wedge, you want to put it down because that's where the juice is going to come out of the holes instead of up so it doesn't spray in your eye. You see. Wisdom, yeah. Let me hold this for you so you don't worry about that shaking. There we go, shake. I feel like I can feel your muscles trembling. Did you work out before you came? You needed to.
This is like you've been weights.
All right.
There we go.
Good. Okay, that's good. I think let's start with that. Just because citrus, it's hard to, can't go back. So let's just keep with that.
Hardly any.
Yeah, I know. But we could come back and add a little bit. It's supposed to be about less than an ounce.
Okay.
And there's two of us, so we will double it a bit. But, still. Okay, so why don't you bring that closer to you? And then for the hibiscus, similarly, this is about to be 2 ounces or so. So should I do it?
Yeah, do that one.
We're going to eyeball this. I hope I didn't do too much because hibiscus, as delicious as it is, it doesn't have the flavor, and it can also be to me a little bit not citrusy but bitter almost. Yeah,
with the lemon.
Exactly. And then let's do a little less of the cranberry.
Okay.
Less of that than we did of the hibiscus. Nice. Do you know my other favorite cocktail that I love to make with cranberry is like a cosmopolitan. I've tried that with whiskey and it's quite nice.
Yeah, I'm not too
not
keen
a fan.
Not a fan.
Well, that was a dead end. But anyways, okay. So honey, yes, but okay. Come on back to me. Come on back.
In mixing it up, I've been trying everything.
There you
even
go.
chili.
You have?
Yeah, even chili.
Even after that time you said you wouldn't do it not again. Those were the words that you had to describe the cocktail. You've done it. Growth.
Okay.
Progress.
So how much of the honey do you want?
Honey is supposed to be 1 ounce. Okay. 1 ounce. And we're going to do it to taste eventually because me and you were just having fun here. Yeah, that looked like 1 ounce, yeah. And then let us measure in our Johnnie Walker. Thank you. And you can do, okay, maybe I'll just keep my hands to myself.
Remember what happened the last time?
I do. Oh, I do. And there's 2 of us, so you're going to give us 30 ml for each or 1 double. Either way it works. Okay, well. Yeah, that works fine. And while you're doing that, I kind of want to show you the next step, but can't really cross over. Yeah, that's all right. Just go ahead. Yeah. It smells good. Oh, every time you open it, it smells amazing.
It just smells so different from the other ones.
Yeah, it does.
It's fuller, honestly, it's richer, it's golden color.
But you remember last time we had all that cinnamon and we had the brown sugar and the cardamom. That flavor gets into your, senses, and then you add the whiskey and you have one experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now with the citrus and the cranberry, we have a different experience, which is lovely. Okay, so before we shake it up, we can just let those babies hang out. Let them just get to know each other.
Yes.
And then do you think you could easily put 1 ice cube in here? We're going to chill our glasses.
I will try.
Try your worst.
And we have to try and...
Yeah, we're going to just kind of circle it. Apparently that cools it down.
Yes, it does.
And makes it even more refreshing and enjoyable. While you do that, I think I might cut us a garnish as well. Have you cooked anything good lately? Because I've been thinking about what to pair some of these cocktails with.
Fish.
Oh, yes.
I made fish curry recently.
You did? What kind of fish you use?
Oh, tuffy.
Oh, I don't know what tuffy is.
Tuffy.
That's a kind of fish.
It's a kind of fish.
Is that right? Because I love, you talk about Malindi, I love Malindi sole.
Yeah.
I love sole.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorites.
I buy fish from Malindi and get it sent to Nairobi.
Look at you. You're just a little Malindi babe living in the city.
Yeah, especially prawns.
So just like this. And you see how I'm able to like get it mine really high?
Yeah. Listen,
never mind.
I'm just staying in the low.
Yes. This is like gold medal. That's like bronze. But you know, not everyone can be at the top of the podium.
You're so
all right. That's all the worst. Okay, so now let's just pour these out because we don't want the liquid in there. We don't want the liquid there. This is not sure like we can pour
the concentration that this. I feel like I'm one of those. You know that Olympic sport where they do the cycling.
Yes. Thank you for that example. I just want to show everyone how you see how the glass is frosted.
It's frosted.
Yeah, so we want to move fast now because we don't want to. And yours is very frosted, very beautifully.
Thank you.
I want to compliment you. Now let's shake, shake, shake. And while you do that, I'm going to start to garnish our glasses here. The little bar citrus there. All right. Shake it up, baby. Now shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Twist and shout. Come on, baby. Now.
There we go.
All right. You left me hanging there on the song.
There we go.
Good. Yes. Lovely. Now pour out. Oh, taste it. You know, we've had some disasters sometimes. So taste it. Oh, yeah. This actually might be better, Jules. That might be better, what you were going for.
Too much going on. Let me take it. Let me do this. I know, I always get nervous when I pour it from here.
Why?
That the whole thing is going to fall up.
Yeah, that's a fair, with your heavy-handedness, it's a fair concern.
Wow.
Is it yum?
Oh my God.
Oh, great. Okay, let me try.
Wow.
You know, you don't offer me things on this show. I have to take it by force.
Look at that.
Yeah. This whiskey is so versatile.
It's so versatile.
Wow.
It's so different from the other flavor.
Oh my goodness.
It's rich.
Yummy. Okay, so pour us up some
the honey.
Yes, the honey is delicious. Oh, look at that pinkness.
It matches your top.
Think pink, my friends. Lovely. You're so sweet because you always do it kind of halfway just to make sure there's enough for everybody, huh?
Yeah, because you'll complain otherwise.
I do complain. You're right. Okay, so now the original recipe said to do the peppercorns on top. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. So this one, it said you could do the hibiscus.
Yeah. Oh, that's why you had the broken ones.
Yes. And I just used, some kitchen scissors to just chop it up. But seeing as though it's so thin, nothing's going to float on top. So maybe we just add some hibiscus to the rim.
Let me try.
I'll do one. No, it's not even really necessary. Okay, that's one way. That's one way to do it. Who did it best? Who wore it best? But anyways,
you wanted them to float.
I wanted mine to kind of sit. And you see, I wanted it just to be there like I was invited.
So beautiful.
But I'm demure, you see.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm going to say think pink. That's going to be my little salutation.
Is that how you've renamed it?
Yes. And also I think cheers gets a little boring. So think pink.
Salute.
Okay.
Is that a way of toasting?
Is it saying salute?
Is it salute?
I feel like this is salute.
What's the word then?
I think I've heard santé.
No.
Yes.
Salute.
I've heard salut. I feel like the T is too hard. Wow. Love it.
You could just taste the whiskey. The caramel taste from the gold is really delicious.
That is delicious. I have to say, I wonder if I would have even used less honey. More hibiscus, maybe?
I would have put in another, maybe a single. Yeah. Because the whiskey is there in the background.
To me, this is just right.
Really?
Just right. Yeah. Because I don't need to have everything. To me, it's
overpowering.
Not. Yeah. If I wanted it that way, I would drink it neat.
Yes.
For me, the beauty of a cocktail is you get so many different flavors. You get to play with the flavors. You get to experiment. And to me, the balance, I feel like is right. About 30 ml for me is just right for a cocktail. Yeah.
I think a double for me would have been just right. But the honey, I think, is overpowering.
The honey is a bit strong.
Yeah, it's a bit strong.
But it's the cold. I like how cold it is. Because honey you usually take in like tea or something and it's warm. So this is nice and refreshing to have a cold honey based drink.
The flowers look great.
Don't they?
The garnish.
I have to say.
You have outdone yourself.
They are doing their thing.
Yeah, from your garden.
I'm tempted to pop this in my mouth, but I feel like it won't be so elegant. They're edible. But if someone don't take, I'm not a medical person, so please don't take it and do it yourself at home. So think pink, my love.
Cheers.
To a happy October.
Salute.
Okay, whatever works for you.
Hi, Lily.
Hi, Julie.
What have you been mixing up this week?
Sure. Let's go with that. Yes, it's been fun. This has been a fun week. I feel like, I love this time of year. I was born in Ethiopia, but grew up in the U.S.
Yes.
And in the U.S., October is my favorite month. My firstborn is born in October. Shout out, Selah. And I used to love this time of year. All of the colors, the flavors, the temperatures. We talked about that last time.
Yes.
But anyways, what have I been mixing up lately? I have been mixing up some new recipes. I've been trying some new experiments at home. I signed up for a painting class. Textured painting. Have you heard of textured painting?
No.
Have you seen these guys like on Instagram where they make paintings, but they're super thick paint? So they're like making it look like a road or something. They'll use like big brushes and it's chunky.
Are you really my friend if you have not invited me to come and join you?
It's an online class. It's not in person.
Online painting.
I know. Because the instructor is not in Kenya. I don't know where he is. But the idea is you get your materials and you watch him and you experiment, and it's like 4 sessions.
But then it must be fun to do that in a group with
others.
It would be
so fun.
You're
right. Actually, so much. Actually, we could make a cocktail.
Yes.
We could have friends over. We watch it together, paint and sip.
Better.
So much better.
Better.
I'm going to mix that up.
Yes.
I'm going to mix that up. You will be there.
I just see what you do. You did.
You saw what I did. And we'll report back.
Yeah.
What have you been mixing up lately?
I've been really boring.
Really?
You haven't mixed up anything.
Boring can be good sometimes.
Haven't you? True.
You know?
True.
Drama can find you when you least expect it.
Yeah.
So sometimes the mundane is beautiful.
But I feel this week I've been really bored. I haven't really been doing anything.
That's not like you.
Completely.
You're usually night on the town, Julie. Finding bras and Ubers, Julie. This has just been a quiet week for you.
Quiet week.
Really?
In fact, I've been calling people up. Let's go out. They're like, it's Tuesday.
Exactly. Also, this time of year, I feel like people start getting stressed about holidays.
Yeah, I think so.
They want to save, they want to travel, they want to do this, they want to do that. And so they start to be conscious about maybe time and money, maybe?
Maybe.
You haven't called me?
But I think...
awkward silence.
Crickets.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think you're right. This time of year, people are saving, they're preparing for the winter. For the holidays.
Holidays, yeah.
For the holidays.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But speaking of mundane, to be honest with you, I will take a mundane day any day.
Really?
Yes.
I think that's just, life is for excitement and
Julie,
go.
Me and you, we agree on this.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. However, this year has been a year. Julie, you know our family. We've had family stuff, kids stuff, moving stuff, work stuff. And now I find the value in the mundane because sometimes that is the space between difficulty or difficulty and blessing. But the mundane is like, it's like a reset, time to just calm down. I don't know.
Well, I suppose if you put it that way, when we think about making bold, difficult decisions, it's nice to be able to counterbalance it with some mundane.
Exactly. And then in that time, you know who you are. You're like, come to yourself.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But still, it's a bit boring.
Well, you can always spice it up. You can add things to your mix. Maybe this painting class that I'm doing online, I should bring it to you.
I want to try pottery.
Yeah. There are a couple of places you can do that in Nairobi. I would love to do that. I did it in, it's been years now. When my first job out of uni, I worked at a university and they had a pottery class.
Yes.
And then once a year, they would sell all the beautiful things that they made in that class. And I went to one class, but this is my problem. I start things I don't finish. So I did one class. And then I was like, this is harder than it looked. In what was that movie, Ghost?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it does not happen like that. It does
Patrick
not.
Swayze.
Oh, honey, there's no Patrick Swayze, number one. Number two, that clay is hard.
Really?
You have to add water, and then you have to do your thumbs like this.
It's the nails. You know, my nails.
The nails.
Be a bit messy.
It's not bougie friendly.
Okay.
You have to be like one with the earth.
Yeah. So
that's not my speed.
No, that's not my
Never has been. Never will
my
be.
My nails inside.
Exactly. So you don't want to take a pottery class.
But it looks so.
Yeah. It's not though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's fun like everything else when you're good at it. Like I wanted to play cello, so I actually took some cello lessons because I love that instrument. Do you know how hard it is number one, you have to sit like this because you have this big instrument here and your posture. I know.
The way you're sat.
Yeah. I was so shocked that my teacher, the first lesson was how to sit. That's all we did.
I'm so glad that you have sat like that because when we were having this discussion the other day about instruments, I had to think for a moment, which one is the cello?
Okay. Oh, wow. You didn't know which one I
knew. Well, I knew, but I wasn't sure.
Yes, the cello is the big violin.
I was thinking it was the black one, the sort of long.
The oboe.
I think that's what
very different. That is a woodwind. This is a stringed instrument. Extremely different.
Completely.
Not even
that's
close.
What came to mind with the
Yeah.
That's what came to mind.
You're so wrong. But anyways, welcome to the cello, which sits between your legs. Like, imagine, I don't want to move that because I'll mess up the mic. Anyway, the whole first lesson was just
how to sit.
And this, and then holding your fingers, and you're afraid to breathe.
Looks like you're about to dance.
You look like you give birth.
No, it looks like you're giving birth. It looks like you're about to dance. It looks quite elegant.
This looks elegant to you?
Yes, it does. It doesn't feel sensual. Elegant.
It feels like your back is straight, your shoulders, I'm telling you, it feels like you're in a straight jacket. So anyways, my teacher was super cute, young, like 29-year-old, like amazing cellist. And just like the pottery, I lasted about 3 lessons. And then I realized, number one, it's so expensive. Number two, who teaches cello? Guitar is everybody and their mama. Cello, not so much.
True.
There's like 2 teachers in Nairobi.
True.
And then, what did I say? Did I say number 1? Yeah, so that was number 1.
You skipped number 1.
Yeah, anyway,
straight to number 2, number 5.
Yeah, so I got 3 lessons in and I retired. Yeah, I had this dream of like doing a big concert for Ben at Christmas. Like my gift to him was going to be like a cello solo.
And then
some dreams are better left undreamt. That's all I could say. It was not meant to be.
Back when I was playing the guitar.
When you were playing the guitar?
Yes, because I play the guitar. Not as great as your son.
Thank you. Shout out Silas. Let's just shout out all the babies today.
Yeah.
You play it like you know how to play it, or you were taking lessons?
I can play.
Oh, okay.
So I sat the kids down. We were on holiday, and you
like come round, children.
Yeah,
come round.
And then I played Good King Wenceslas. Is it?
I have no idea what you just said.
It's a Christmas carol. Good King Wenceslas. Is it Wenceslas?
I never heard the song. I've heard of We Three Kings.
No.
We Three Kings. No.
Definitely not that one. So I sat there and I started playing it, and my fingers had this tingling sensation.
What was happening?
And it became very painful because of the strings. And I just said, okay, so we're not doing the extended version. We've just done the first line.
This is going to be an Instagram reel.
10 seconds. They're like, yeah, but you have to continue. I was like,
oh, but you didn't have any other songs you knew?
That's it.
You knew you were one-hit wonder.
Yeah, that's
Old King Wenceslas.
One hit wonder. Terrible.
Julie, nobody's even heard of One King Wenceslas.
I will send you a link of the extended version, which I was trying to learn.
And can we ask anybody who's watching this to please let us know if they have ever sung King Wenceslas.
King Wenceslas.
Sis, that is not a song.
It's a Christmas carol.
And why of all the songs you were going to learn in the world, you learned that one?
School.
See, your education failed you. Number 1, you thought an oboe was a cello. Number 1. Number 2, they taught you, why not like Merry Christmas? Yeah. Like the standard holiday classic.
No. English schools got to teach you something hard, which you will learn and remember through life. Well, 40 years later, I can still play it.
So I remember Saron went to preschool here in Nairobi. Hey, baby number 3, shout out Saron. She went to preschool here, and they had the cutest holiday song, which I'd never heard of either. And it was about saving a pence at holidays.
Saving
a pence. And it has a goose in it. Do you know what song I'm talking about?
On the first day of Christmas.
No, not that one. It's a so cute little British song, but we never heard of any of the terms. We'd moved from Ethiopia.
So what was the song? You cannot leave me hanging with that one.
I know. Let me just think. Hold on. I can see her, the little video for I can see her singing it. If you haven't got a penny, then God bless you.
Never heard it.
It is a British standard.
Ever never.
Where are you from? Again, I ask.
No.
It is, if you haven't got a penny, then God bless you. At the end. Should I sing it a third time? If you know.
You can have many pennies, my dear.
Okay.
Actually,
honestly, I have to look up this song because now it's driving me crazy. But she went to, these preschools in Kenya that adopt these British songs. And we were like, what is she song? Because it had a pence in it. It had a penny in it.
Yeah. No.
Anyway, what were we even talking about? How did we end up here? Why are we talking about the cello? Starting and not finishing things, the mundane, difficult things,
difficult decisions, letting go.
We are walking all over this conversation.
I tell you.
And into other places we don't need to be. Let's come home. Karibu sana. Karibu nyumbani.
That's it.
Yes, let's come back home. Okay, so we're almost at the end of the year. Have you, as you look back, have there been any decisions that you were like, I wasn't expecting that in 2024. That was hard. And you managed through it. Like, are you at a point of any reflection in October? You know what I mean?
I think actually talking about kids, mentioning, shouting out to our children, Jeremiah.
There you go. Let's get one of your children because we've got 3 of mine already.
And he's at a place where he's making difficult decisions. He's obviously playing in the first team, which is fantastic for Limestone University. And this week they're in Florida.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're playing there with another school. And he's making difficult decisions around patience and tolerance and just being patient, being really grown up and mature.
Yeah.
You know, he wants to do certain things. The coach wants him to do other things. So he's really making and being very mature and strong and determined with his choices. But it's hard.
It is hard.
Really tough. And then as a parent, you're sort of like, you want to sort of call up the coach and tell them, listen, that's
but we can't do that anymore.
You can't do that. No, you have to be like, okay.
In fact, we're coaching them.
Yeah.
We're not even really parenting them. We're more like coaching them.
Yeah. Giving good guidance.
Yeah, that's a different season of parenting. Yeah, if I look back at this year, you know, we've had so many unexpected hard things. And you know what I've realized that I have to do, and I have done more this year than I've ever done before, and it's been so uncomfortable, is ask for help. Like ask friends to step up for me, whether it's been you, other friends here, all of whom have become like family, is just saying, I need help with this. I need you to cover this for me or be this for one of my kids. Or I didn't realize how hard that would be for me. Yeah. My tendency when we've hit some difficult things this year has been to like stay inward and not talk about it and kind of withdraw and be like, I'll catch you on the flip of this hard thing. And I read something from one of my favorite authors, Anne Lamott, that talked about, you know, it's a dishonor to your friends to not invite them into your hardness. Yeah. Like that is actually part of our work, it's part of the friendship. And there's a beautiful quote by Rumi that's the same, that talks about how love, it's not that we don't receive love, it's that we have to identify the barriers to love in our lives. Wow. And I think for me, when I'm so used to being the strong one for our friends and being the one who's like pushing progress for them, pushing them to make bold decisions, pushing them to walk stronger. Yeah. I'm used to being that person. So then when I found myself needing that support, it was like, oh gosh. And then when I asked people, do you know how people showed up for me? Unbelievable. Like one friend, this one dear friend of mine, you would think when you're going through a hard time, people will send you like flowers or whatever, which you have done also in the past. She sent me ribs, like just a rack of ribs. And I thought, this is how you show up for somebody sometimes. You just send them a comfort food, you know. I don't even know if we've ever talked about ribs, but it's her specialty. She can killer ribs. So she just sent you over. Girl, the way our family devoured that food and loved it, we were like, we're going through a hard time again. Please, Auntie, send us some ribs. Minister to us through your ribs.
That's so thoughtful.
It was so thoughtful because she's like, okay, you know, what can I do? I can make some. I just loved that. I love that. I thought, you know, it makes me want to do the same, right? Like, let me send cakes or whatever I do well to somebody. It's just a beautiful small thing. Yes, it just stayed with me. Yeah. So anyway, October is here. The end of the year is not that far, but I want to savor this last, you know, few months of the year and be present to it, you know?
You had talked about the sort of being reflective times, early mornings, alone time.
Yes, we have been talking about that.
We have.
But I like, you know, we're in Kenya, we have these 12-hour days, you know, it's like the sunrise and sunset's kind of on a cycle that we can predict, which is nice for us because we can actually have routines that don't have to be wildly adjusted, and we can, rise with the sun daily, set a bit earlier, in my case. I know that's making you bored, but maybe that gives you space to do some new things.
True.
Yeah. Read a book. Have you read anything good lately?
Tomorrow.
Yes.
Finished
Brilliant.
it. And now I'm reading Paper, I can't remember what it's called. It's the latest book for book club.
Okay. Yeah. I'm reading this book, Lady Tan and her Club of Women. I think that's what it's called. It's about two girls in like 1800s China. And they're born to different classes of family and their friendship. It's actually
did you like Tomorrow?
Loved it. Brilliant.
Yes.
And I don't usually like that genre.
Yes.
So I was surprised that I liked it. Yeah. I'm in a book club where we have some sci-fi readers, some romance novel readers, some like classic literature, and we're always beefing about what book. And these sci-fi people have been killing me. They know who they are. We read this one book recently. Oh my gosh, I hated it so much. Maybe I shouldn't say the title, but anyway, sci-fi gets me. But Tomorrow, I just thought it was just brilliant. And I told you I listened to an interview with the author, and she's just so thoughtful. She's so thoughtful. And you know what? Things like that are born in the mundane. They're born in the quiet between spaces.
How did you get that idea?
Because I'm just quoting people left and right all night today. First, I had Rumi, I had Lamont. Now let me bring Toni Morrison to the table.
Tell me.
Because Auntie Toni said she used to write in the margins of the day. And I think the margins, they have to be quiet. They have to be mundane. They have to be routine. Isn't that beautiful? Because she was quite older when she published her first book, and she wrote her first book while raising her two sons.
The first book being?
I don't remember. I can't remember. Do you remember what the first book was? Was it Beloved? Or Sula? Sula was maybe before?
And she did Blue Eyes?
She did The Bluest Eye.
The Bluest Eyes.
Yeah. Just eye. One eye. I know it's strange, but it is, I mean, it's specific to the character in the book. But anyway, not to be snobby about this.
Of course not.
We are
Big
book.
sister vibes.
Yes, yes. But yeah, she talked about writing the margins of the day. So
it's beautiful.
Yeah, the mundane is that margin maybe for you. Maybe you should write a book. What would you write a book about?
My life.
Yeah, I would read it.
Would you?
100%.
No, the book would be different chapters, clearly, of my life and different friendships and experiences I've had, which don't always have to include me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I would definitely read that.
Really?
And I'd want to play you in the movie version as well. Is that possible? Would you agree? My mom just wrote her life story. She did. Shout out to my mom. I'm just doing the whole family today.
I'm waiting on one more child.
I know. I got to figure out how to bring Solomon into this conversation. But she just wrote her life story. She's still working on some parts of it. But it's been beautiful for us. And she's just said, I just want to write this for the kids and for you and your siblings, just to have it.
Beautiful.
It is. She actually said, if once this is done, I can be at peace, that I have left my story behind, and tribute to God and his goodness, and, something for you all to have.
Have you all read it?
We've all read drafts of it at different ways. I think even all the kids have even read all the drafts. Solomon did a great job of giving her some feedback, which she really valued. You know how grandmas are there with their grandchildren. Actually bypass me.
Yes,
doesn't need me anymore. Like if the kids give her that feedback, that just means the world to her. So yeah, it's a treasure for us to have that now. So I look forward to that coming to be. But you should do it, Jules. Start writing.
It's so hard.
It's very hard. All good things, isn't there a saying about that? Yeah.
True. I've started. I've got 2 chapters.
You do?
Yeah.
What? You haven't told me this.
I've got 2 chapters.
Amazing.
But I've never shared it with anybody. So I've got...
I would love to read if you would trust me. Wow. So this is a book that is somewhat written but will never be read.
Exactly. Only by myself for now.
For now.
But 2 chapters have been written.
I'm so proud of you. That takes discipline and the mundane.
Yeah.
See, listen, I think we have solved you right now.
Really?
Yes. This time of quiet and boredom is meant to birth something new. It's meant to add to your book.
I don't use that time for that. I use it for how can I fill it? How can I be busy?
Stop doing that.
What can I do? What can I do? Where can I go? Where can I go? Yeah.
And if you were on my couch, I'd be like, take a breath, pick up your pen, reflect, and write.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put on some music. You're a musical person. Put on some music. Take a walk. Whatever. Come back. Just put down your thoughts. Yes. Bring us. Give the people what they want. We want Julie Githiri Goko, the book, the memoir. Yes. Then the movie starring Lilly Bekele-Piper as Julie Githiri Goko. We've taken this mixing it up thing way beyond its scope of work.
We're now in Hollywood.
Listen, 2025.
Or Nollywood.
This might be, I think it's Nollywood. I think it's more Nollywood material than Hollywood. Or we do Bollywood and we bring our moves. Yeah.
True.
Julie, I think I'm so excited for you. So I think this week, what you need to add to your mix is maybe you should read some writers that you inspire. Actually, there's a great book by that author I mentioned, Anne Lamott, called Bird by Bird.
Okay.
And she named it Bird by Bird because her father was a birder. And somebody, I think, asked him at some point, how do you memorize all these different kind of birds? Because he could name like hundreds of birds. And he said, you learn it bird by bird. So this is like a very well-known, world-renowned book about writing and how to write. And it's her principle for writing. So I think you need to add that book to your mix. I think I have a copy at home.
God, Jesus,
let me get it to
pressure.
You. No pressure. No. Actually, this is supposed to be born of joy. So there's no pressure.
Otherwise, it's going to feel like
Otherwise, it'll feel like a task. Yeah, absolutely. You have so many tasks in your life. Yeah. This is a born of joy.
This is a big decision that I'm going to have to make over this coming week.
Yeah, and no, you don't need to make it here on this show live.
Praise God.
But in your time,
yes.
Think about it. So I'm going to add that book to your mix this week for you.
Thank you.
What would you like to add to my mix, Julie?
I would like to add Jesus.
I would like you to add Jesus as well. Because last time, if you recall, you added a piece of really old candy.
Time to be able to think through things that you haven't completed that you would want to do.
That's good.
There
because I'm kind of the halfway sister.
Yeah, you start, but it'll be. I suppose the question I would ask you is, why don't you finish?
Yeah, that's very heavy. I feel like my contribution to you was very light and like positive.
Yeah, but it's good to know because clearly there's some reason why. We just haven't thought about it.
But why is it so important to finish also? Is that necessary?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it enough just to kind of show up? That's like saying you have to stay to the end of the party. But if I show up and I bring a drink or bring a cake, isn't that enough?
That's true. I suppose you stay until you've had enough, until you're done, until you're complete.
There you go. However, I will examine that. I think that is a good thing to add to my mix, to think about when it comes to bold decisions, progress, things I want to see in my life.
Big decisions.
How committed I am to seeing it through. I think that's a great thing to add to my life, and I will do it.
Thank you.
And I'll let you know how it goes. You're welcome. We really came here as like
tell you, we were mixing it up.
We were mixing it hard.
Hard.
We were like making ugali. You know how you have to just like, what's that, moiko? Moiko, you just have to just work it. That's what we were doing. This conversation was
really difficult.
Look at this table. This is the ugali we made between us to feed our souls, not just our bodies.
It's called the African cake.
Is it? Who calls it that in Africa? Only Kenyans. Maybe only Kenyans. I don't think we call it that anywhere else.
African cake.
But babe, I'm with you. Let's do it. Let's finish out this year beautiful, strong, together, mixing and walking forward. Cheers.